You ever feel that pull, that tension between the person you really want to be and the person you kind of have to be every single day? It's that huge gap, right? Between this amazing vision you have for your life and the messy, complicated reality of just getting through the week. Well, in this explainer, we're going to build a bridge right across that gap.
So, to really understand how to get the balance right, it actually helps to see what happens when it all goes wrong. And believe me, history has some pretty powerful and honestly kind of terrifying examples of what happens when you go too far to one extreme.
And this is just fascinating. He really lays out the two ways this can completely fall apart. On one side, you've got pure idealism, like China's Cultural Revolution. The vision was for this perfect, classless society, but it completely ignored the realities of human nature, of economics. And that beautiful dream, it turned into an absolute nightmare. Then, on the other side, you have realism with no ideals, like the late Roman Empire. The leaders got so pragmatic, so obsessed with just surviving the next crisis, that they totally lost the big vision that held the whole thing together. It didn't go out with a bang, it just rotted from the inside out.
But there is a third way, and this quote from Henry Ford just nails it. See, people were stuck in their reality. They knew horses, so a better future just meant a faster horse. Ford's idealism let him see something totally different, the automobile. His vision wasn't just about improving on reality, it was about creating a whole new one.
And that's the big takeaway here. These two things, idealism and realism, they're not enemies fighting each other. Nope. They're partners. Your idealism points the way, it sets the destination, but it's your realism that actually paves the road and gets you there. One gives you the why, and the other gives you the how.
Okay, so how do we actually use this partnership? Let's build a practical mental model that you can use to navigate that tension between your biggest dreams and your everyday life. First off, let's just be super clear on what we're talking about. Idealism, that's all about seeing the world as it could be. It's your North Star, that ultimate goal you're aiming for. And realism, that's about seeing the world exactly as it is, right now, with all the limits, all the challenges, and all the resources you actually have at your disposal. And this brings up the big question, right? Do you have to choose? Are you either a dreamer with your head in the clouds, or are you a practical person with your feet on the ground? Do you have to pick a team? And the answer, thankfully, is absolutely not.
Probably the best way to get your head around this partnership is with a really simple but I think powerful metaphor. Don't think of it as choosing a path. Instead, picture yourself as the captain of a sailboat, out on the open ocean.
Your idealism, that's the beautiful island you see on the horizon. That's your destination. It's the whole reason for the journey. I mean, without that island to aim for, you're not sailing, you're just drifting, right? It's what pulls you forward.
But your realism is what actually gets your boat to that island. A great sailor doesn't just point their boat at the island and hope for the best. No way. They don't fight the wind or curse the currents. They use them. Realism is about skillfully reading the conditions, the headwinds, the sudden storms, the shifting tides, and adjusting your sails to keep making progress.
Okay, let's bring this down to earth. Here is a super practical 4-step plan you can use to build a solid bridge from where you are right now, today, all the way to that destination island we're talking about.
Here it is, a simple 4-step formula that works like a compass for any decision you need to make. First, define your ideal, your North Star. Second, check in with reality, what's really going on. Third, create a small bridge plan. And fourth, run the balance test. It's a simple loop you can use over and over again. All right, let's run a real-world example through this thing. We'll use a goal that, let's be honest, a lot of us have thought about at some point.
So, step 1, define the ideal. Your North Star isn't just I want to lose weight. It's more vivid than that. It's I want to be fit, feel energetic when I wake up, and consistently make healthy food choices without it feeling like a chore. Now that's a destination island.
Okay, step 2, the reality check. This is where you have to be brutally honest with yourself. The reality is, I work long hours. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted, and the idea of a 2-hour gym session feels literally impossible. This is you reading the winds and the tides.
So, step 3, create the bridge plan. You're not building a giant suspension bridge all the way to the island in one go. You're just laying down one solid plank. It's not a 2-hour workout. It's a 15-minute walk after work. It's small, it's specific, and, this is the key, it's something you can actually do tonight.
And finally, step 4, the balance test. You ask 2 simple questions. Does this move me closer to my ideal of being healthier? Yep. Is it realistic for me to do this right now, with my current life? Yes. Boom! It passes. That right there is what sustainable progress looks like. It's the perfect harmony of your big vision and your current reality.
So you see, this isn't just some abstract idea. It's a real tool that you can start applying to your own goals in your own life, right after this is over.
Just remember, the goal isn't to become a pure realist or a pure idealist. The goal is to be the sailor. Realism is the anchor that keeps you grounded so you don't drift off into fantasy. And idealism, that's the sail that catches the wind and actually moves you forward. You need both.
So I'm going to leave you with a question. I want you to take just a second and really think about it. What is your destination island? What is that big, exciting, maybe even slightly scary ideal that you're sailing towards? And now for the most important question of all. What's your 15-minute walk? What is that first, small, totally manageable step, that first plank in your bridge, that you can realistically take today to start moving your ship in the right direction?